I'm Ion, and on the background you see my 1015 jukebox, which I'm working on this jukebox currently. These are the mechanics of the jukebox. They are nice on the table now, and I exchanged the motor by using a drill, so I can let it run slowly and stop whenever I like. So what happens if you throw in some money? Then, for example, number 3 is selected, so song number 3. This is the coil number 3, and one of the pins, which is now, this is number 3, is activated. It goes out like that. So the motor at the meantime is running, because this switch is activated as well, because this inside ring is pulled to the side, which activates this switch. So as long as one of the pins is selected, this switch is active, and it sees that the motor is running. So what is running? If you look underneath, you see there's a kind of a gear set. This axle is running, this gear set is running. This is the set for determining the speed of the turntable. In Europe, well, at least here it's 50 Hertz, so I changed this set to 50 Hertz. It was originally a Duke from USA, so I had to change it. And whenever the motor is running, this shaft is running, turning, this wheel is turning. And right now the whole main shaft is also running, but there's a clutch in between. So if this main shaft should not run, for example, if one of the records is playing, nothing should happen for the rest, then this clutch is loose. We'll see how it works. If I turn this, you can see that the brake, where is it? The brake, it's over here. The round thing is on the brake now. It will go off. You see? The whole thing is turning, the whole construction. And on the back side, this part is also connected to an axle on the back side, which turns right now, and it determines how which record will be selected. So if I just let it move a little bit, then you can see that this construction goes up to select one of the records here. So, and at what point, at a certain point, this construction should stop. So this knows what record should be connected, should be selected. So the moment this one stops is determined by this pin. Well, let's go to the back side again. This pin here, it's on the back side of all the selection coils. This rotates, this pin. At a certain point, it will meet this pin number 3. So let's see what happens. It'll meet pin number 3. There you go. And now this shaft is still turning, but this one, which is connected to this pin, will stop. And the heart-shaped cam, which is this one, will stop as well. So now the selection is pointed to record number 3, because it's not going higher now. It's just there's something else happening. This wheel, which is the star wheel, will be what can I say? There's a pin going in, so the star wheel will determine more precise where this one is stopping, just to have a kind of precision to it. You saw the pin going in there. It pushes the whole thing a little bit back. That's normal. And now the right record should go out. You see that there's a construction here which presses the whole, this mechanics out. The whole record is now moving, and it touches this rod here. That's the end point, and now it should be exactly in the middle above this record player. So what happened next? Still the main shaft is turning. At this point the record is selected and it's above the turntable, and this cam will push up this roller which lifts up the turntable. So let's see how it happens. There you go. You see that if you look underneath, this will go up. Until the top. So at this point, this roller is on the top of the cam. You can see it here. And at this point, you don't want the big shaft to run anymore, because the record is on top. This arm will touch the record and the record will play, and the whole thing is turning. But this thing you don't want to turn now, because you don't want to change the record right now. You just want to wait until the record is finished playing, right? So the clutch should be released now. So let's take a look at the clutch. This pin must go out of this hole, and that's happening because this number 10 is, wow, can I see it? Yeah, maybe over there. Yeah. This is the front end of this number 10, and it will push this bush to the side, right? So see what happens. You will see that the clutch will come loose. Now it's loose. You see, the record is still turning, but this whole big shaft is not turning anymore because the clutch is releasing it. You can see the brown wheel is turning. There's now no connection between the record and the rest, because it's not complete. I didn't finish it yet anyway. It's just about how it works. Normally there's a arm here. The record plays and the arm goes to this direction, of course, until it's finished. And then over there you see a metal thing turning or moving. Normally originally there's a construction which lifts this thing up, but now, well, in my jukebox there's a micro switch, and this micro switch, you can see here, is pulling here to a metal plate, and this metal plate will lift up this thing. So this is how it happens if the record is finished. This will go up, this will go to the right, and this whole thing is moving. And if this is moving, number 10 will go up. And number 10 is the one who engages the clutch. So now it's released again. So this pin will go back in its hole. This pin, you know, will go back. So let's see if this really happens. If this is really happening. So the record is finished now, right? There you go. It falls back into this this hole, and now the whole construction is working again. So the record will be well, first the table will go down, and the record will go back to the stack. And now you see that we're back to the default situation where this roller is on the brake. And now, because in the meantime something happened. The pin was pushed back by this pin. This pin is, wow, what can I say? Yeah, something I forgot to say. This roller is not, it's not only for the brake, but it's also pushing to this round thing here. And if it pushes here, the pin will be pushed back. This thing will push to the pin, and the pin is reset. So that in the meantime that happened. Well, okay. So this switch is off. This switch is reset. So you would say that the whole thing is getting no voltage anymore, but it still continues running after reset, as long as this pin is not on its position. And that the whole thing is still having voltage is because of the switch which is inside this this thing. It's determined by the position of, well, anyway, let me see. Yeah, here if the whole thing is back in its position, only at that time this will break the contact, and the whole motor is standing still at that point.